Hello and welcome to SideReel's Boardwalk Empire TV recap. Episode 2 got the ball rolling, and there are some pretty exciting things that are going to be happening down the road for our characters. So if you haven't watched the episode yet, consider this your official spoiler alert. So the episode starts with the heat really building up on Nucky, Jimmy, and Al, with the reporters coming after them, and even the feds coming after Nucky.
Arnold, Senior Prohibition Agent, Bureau of Internal Revenue.
Nucky Thompson. Shoe shine? Coffee? Or something stronger, maybe?
So this episode is all about consequences and how three of our gangster friends deal with them. First off is Jimmy, and he tries to do his family right.
Oh my God. Jimmy, this must have cost $100.
You like it?
Yes, of course.
Then let me worry about the cost.
So we find out that poor Jimmy is not really suited for the gangster life. When he tries to do his family a lot of good, he buys his mom her necklace back, but when Nucky asks for his money, then he has to take the necklace back from his mom. And it's really unfortunate, and things only are going to go downhill from here for Jimmy.
You want to be a gangster, kid? Go be a gangster. But if you want to be a gangster in my town, then you'll pay me for the privilege.
And then on Nucky's side, he doesn't have a family, so he's much more free to be evil, really. You see a lot from the Fed's point of view about just how corrupt business in Atlantic City is.
Sanitation, police,
Right on time.
fire department.
The envelope catch on fire?
He's got the entire town paying off.
Yet they still vote him in.
The people love him.
You went down to Atlantic City following Arnold Rothstein. What about him?
Frankly, sir, I'm beginning to think Nucky Thompson is the bigger fish.
And for Al Capone, well, he's just a jerk. He's an entrenched gangster, so he doesn't have any remorse. I mean, there's that scene where he beats up a reporter just for asking him for a statement.
Would you like to make a statement?
Sure.
But even more than the feds, the shadow hanging over all three of our main gangsters is Arnold Rothstein, who is a cold bastard.
The moral of this story is that if I'd cause a stranger to choke to death for my own amusement, what do you think I'll do to you if you don't tell me who ordered you to kill Colosimo?
So the whole episode, Rothstein is trying to get his money back, and he knows that Nucky's to blame somehow, but Nucky's not having any of it.
Bad enough you sold my load to Chicago. My sister-in-law's nephew was one of those drivers.
I didn't sell your load to anyone, and I don't care if your mother was one of the drivers.
Is this the way you do business?
You want to see how I do business? Show your face again in Atlantic City.
So on a lighter note, here are some of the highlights from the episode. My favorite part is actually when Nucky plays wingman to that knife salesman who's visiting Atlantic City.
You see, I'm thinking of sponsoring a beauty contest right here in Atlantic City. And if you don't mind my saying, you've got plenty of what it takes.
A beauty contest.
Oh, incidentally, Georgie here will be one of our judges.
Really?
Certainly. Thanks, Nucky, the darb.
That ought to warm her up.
So another great highlight is when Jimmy meets his mother, and the way they set it up, it really looks like he's meeting his mistress, especially since she looks like she could be his sister and not his mother.
Jimmy. Baby.
But it's all right.
Baby.
And the last highlight is the end of the episode, which is a little funny, a little sexy, and kind of gruesome, where the knife salesman and his girl are in their car, and one of the victims from Jimmy's shootout comes up to them, walking like a zombie. You know, he's just like this, and he staggers, and he's covered in blood, and there's all that screaming. It's really surprising, and it sets up what's going to be an amazing episode 3. So that's it for this week of SideReel's Boardwalk Empire TV. Stay tuned for a preview of episode 3, and for all of your news and recaps, come to SideReel's Boardwalk Empire page.
I thought we killed them all.
You better hope he dies real soon.
So how we working the split?
80-20 my favor. I supply the product, you and your people work your magic.
That's a whole lot of magic for only 20%.
Follow me.
We just broke about a dozen laws.
Down here, what laws?
If there's anything I could do. There is, actually. You can kill someone for me.
I have a right to know where you're going. You're a grown man with a child.
You promised you would keep him out of trouble.
I'm not God, Jillian. I used to think you'd own the world one day.
Look, I'll do whatever you want.
We're looking for our money. Boardwalk's where the money's at.